Okay guys, so today it's Friday, April 26th, so that means Avengers Endgame today. Oh gosh guys, I'm so freaking not ready. Like, I'm going to have a panic attack, so I'm so freaking stressed just because of the movie in general, also because of um not having like a break to go like to the bathroom or something like that. So I'm just like so stressed about it, and just for everything, like I need to wait to my friends that I go with her because I need like a moral support, because I will really not be okay during this movie and after the movie. I need her just like to finish or to work. After that she need like to go to her home, but after that we need to go to the theater. Yeah, like traffic, the we need to find to some good places in the theater because it's like the our representation is like sold out. So gosh, I'm so stressed. So I have a big bag with me. I have like a blanket, I have like a box full of tissue because I'm going to cry a lot. Like, I know that I'm going to cry. I really need to be comfortable. So today I have like a big hoodie, some like really comfy pants, because this movie is like 3 hours long. So I need like my blanket and everything. But I'm just so freaking stressed and not ready. Like, I saw some spoilers and I'm like, my eyes, no please not. But gosh, like, I'm so fucking not ready guys, so fucking not.
Looks like the tables have turned. That was an incredible catch. I'm not a toy! Hey, somebody get him before he pokes an eye out.
Okay, so what to say? I don't know. So I will try not to cry because I cried a lot. But yes, okay. Yes, so I'm going to have a good night's sleep, and yes, and probably talk about it night tomorrow. So yes. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my review of Avengers Endgame. So today is the 29th of April, so it's been 2 days, probably 3 days that I watched Endgame. Am I okay? Oh gosh, Kai, I feel like I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. Okay, so yeah, so I saw, like you saw, I saw Endgame on the Thursday, on the 26th, and it was the day that I felt like I was dying. I felt like I die every day, but that day was like one of the toughest. So I waited 2 days to film this review because I've been crying for like more than two days. So today is like day 3 after Endgame, and I'm still crying. I hope I will not cry during this video, but maybe I will cry. I will like, I will say myself, okay, I don't need to. If I cry, my mascara is not waterproof, so I will be a mess, but I'm already a mess. But yeah, so I've been crying a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I'm disgusting. But yes, so I'm going to do my review. I don't know how this video is going to be, how long it's going to be. I don't know how it would look, so I will just say what I think of Endgame. And also, this video is going to be a big spoiler alert because I can't explain what I think, my thought of this movie without saying spoilers. So if you don't want to know what's happened, maybe don't watch this video, just go like to the end, everything. But yeah, so this video is going to be a big spoiler alert, okay? Okay, so where to begin? Okay, so I feel like shit, I'm a mess, I'm crying all the time, I can't sleep. The day after, like the night after I watched Endgame, I only like slept for 3 hours because every time I was closing my eyes, I was only like seeing a moment of it and I was crying. You know, like a nightmare that if you close your eyes only thinking about it. So I only like 3 hours. After that, I felt sick, like literally sick. I felt that I was going to throw up. So you know, like I felt like not good in my body because of a movie. Yesterday I was like in my bed all day long because I was like not feeling like shit because my body was like, what the fuck did I just did to my body? My body is like angry with me. But yeah, so if I begin with the beginning of the movie, so like just bang, the movie began with like Clint and his family, and I think all of us in the theater knew what was going to happen, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like begin with that is like so freaking painful because I, for myself, like I knew that that was going to happen, but I didn't, and just thought about all his family to be gone. So I was like, are you freaking kidding me? That was like one of the toughest beginning of every movie. And I saw a lot of movies, so I was like, this movie was going to be tough. And it was tough. And I knew before that, like, couple of weeks and months, I was like, I'm going to have a panic attack just overthinking about this movie. Also, I was spoiled with this movie, so I knew what was going to happen. So I was like already crying in my bed before I go watch the movie because of a panic attack just thinking about the end, but of the, not the movie but the era, and also because of the end. But yes, so yeah, so that was tough. After that we saw Nebula and Tony, like that was the relationship, like the friendship that I didn't knew that I needed. But oh gosh, it was really amazing for the little bit of time that we had. I wish that they by themselves saved themselves, but I was okay with Captain Marvel saving them. And after that, like this movie is a big like stony movie. Like yes, like I ship them so much, but I also like Pepper and Tonya, like the ultimate couple. Like I ship a lot of people with each other in the MCU, but like Stony is like my baby, but like Pepper and Tony are like they're the best, okay? So yeah, so I was like, like just Tony saying spoiler, like I lost the kids, and Steve was like, I think like we lost too, was like, oh gosh, like all the this movie is like a lot of like eye contact stuff. So I was like so pleased with it. Like with Pepper and Tony, I was like, oh god, my baby. Like still looking at them, I was like, oh gosh, like too much stuff. And after that, like all the tension that Tony had said everything to Steve before, like just like fading, and every time I was like, oh gosh, this is going to be more painful than I ever thought. And oh gosh, it was okay. So after like all like going to Thanos and everything, and just to say like 5 years, like I needed to see what happened in these 5 years. Like I wanted to see like what happened with all the people like living on the earth. Like I need like a mini series like of everything that happened in these 5 years, like all the viewpoint of like normal people. Like I need this, okay? And after that with like Natasha, oh gosh, don't okay, stop. Don't cry, Florence. Don't cry already, okay? So with Natasha and like Steve and Scott, and after that, like it was so like I needed this movie to be really longer, but gosh, that was like the worst, okay? But like with Tony and Pepper and Morgan, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like when you knew the end, I know like this little girl is like so much, and we love 3000 you too. Okay, if you got Tony, Robert, Donnie, I love you, everything. Okay, so whoa. Don't cry already, don't cry already, please. Okay, so, and everything, like, I think my favorite part of the movie was like really like when they go back in time with going like to all the New York like American ass like I love you, like if you're like on the fandom in Twitter, you know about like that movie is just a big like stony sex scene. So yeah, so I love them so much. Like Scott, like can we say thank you to this rat? Like this rat save us at the same time kill me, but yes, okay. But like with everything, like Scott is really the one who saved everything, like after the rat. But yes, we like all the quantum stuff and the past. Like if I rewatch this movie, it's going to be like maybe like in 2 years, 1 year, I don't know, because I'm so freaking not really like people who go watch Endgame like more than one time now. Oh, how can you survive after this? Like I can't, like I couldn't, like I can go watch this movie back. Maybe if I just leave before the end, but like yes, so all of it like with the like male part was my favorite one, but like all with Natasha thing, I'm like I this movie is just full of like sacrifices and everything. Like gosh, that was too much for me. I was already crying. I was like, oh gosh, this movie is going to be like just being in a theater full of people everywhere. Like I like the front. You know, like you have like all the big like just go up, and you have like on down. I was like in the first row, like oh gosh, like I was like looking at this for all the movie. I was like, oh god, my neck and everything. But like that was tough, okay. Uh, and I was, if you watch my other video, you know that I cough a lot. I've been coughing for like 6 months. So if you were in the same theater than me, like I'm sorry, because I cough a lot and I cry a lot. I was sobbing literally freaking much, like because I knew what was going to happen at the end. So I probably like the last row, but probably like hearing me just a big sob, like big sobbing. And probably like, is that the same person that just been coughing? I'm like, yes, it's me, okay? So yeah, so all the things, and after that, like with the final battle, like that was one of the most difficult time in my life, okay? Like seriously, like please don't. Okay, so I'm probably going to cry, but like all the end of this, oh gosh, no. Okay, all the end of this movie was like, for me, I wasn't really happy with the end. Like, not about like the all Steve thing, okay, yes, but more like, I know that for many people, like, it was, they say that they feel like it was a good, like, the end of the arc of Tony Stark and Iron Man, but for me, it wasn't really. Because I wanted him to live, you know, like probably all of us, but like yes, he sacrificed himself. But I'm just thinking when you snapped like for the all like the Thanos army to die, why couldn't all the Thanos army die, and can you just like please save me? But no, he sacrificed himself because Tony just sacrificed himself, like, and on the Peter reunion, and just like Morgan line 3000. I think like the new word for saying I love you to someone will be like 3000 for the rest of my life and our lives. But yes, and like all like Black Panther, Doctor Strange, like Peter with like all his moms and everything was like too much for me, because everyone was just like screaming and like clapping in the theater, but I was like sobbing a lot because I knew what was going to happen. Like I knew that Tony was going to die. Sorry if you didn't. new, like, come on, like, sis, spoiler alert. For me, I wasn't really like appreciate this moment because I've been like freaking spoiled, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I was just sobbing and sobbing and sobbing a lot. But that was epic. That last battle was freaking epic. But like strange, just like Tony, I was like, no, like I knew that was what was going to happen, and also like I think one of a bad moment in the battle was like, you know, like when see like all and everything, like Torhammer. I will not pronounce the name because I'm going to say it wrong and it's going to be like the end of my life. So I'm going just to say like support like Jonathan. As you hold Jonathan, I'm going to say like everyone was clapping and was like, oh gosh, yes, like probably in Age of Ultron, like this is like a headcanon thing now. Like I think it can like with Jonathan, like armor, what and he couldn't in Age of Ultron is maybe because I don't know, like because he likes it don't just hold the truth about Tony's parents to Tony about what really happened to them, and now that he say like is completely like free of everything. Maybe it's because of that, like this is a little bit like my head canon in this, but yes, if you're a fan of Avengers, like go on Twitter. The community is the best, but at the same time, like I cried at every tweet that I see. I was like, I mute like all Endgame and stuff. So maybe I should for my own mental health and everything like remute, because every time I see, but right now I'm like, what I'm going to do with my life? Like I have like nothing in my life, like, and this is not a good thing when you're in depression and you try many things with like your psychologist, your doctor, and everyone like, hey, Russo brothers, can I send you the bill of my, like tomorrow I see a doctor about my life and everything, like can I send you the bill, can I send you the bill of next my when I'm going to see my therapist next week, like can I send you the bill because I think you deserve it, okay? So and all the end, like that was too much for me, and I also like all the end, like the funeral scene, like I didn't feel like it was a Marvel movie. Like remember when we all thought that Steve was going to die, like oh gosh, we were wrong, okay? Like I just wanted like Tony like to retire and just like little cameo in the next movies and everything, but oh gosh, it's probably not going to happen, okay? So but maybe it's not selfish because like, but I'm just feeling that yes, it's true, but it was really the choice of returning. It was really like the choice of like the writer and everything. Same thing for Steve. I'm going to talk a little bit. I don't know how long is this video is already, but yes, and I'm just so mad that they like I am Iron Man, and the last thing said like I am Iron Man, like Peter, like we won, and Pepper, like why? Like I'm not happy with this end, okay? But at the same time, like that, like go with like oh Tony is, but at the same time like he was finally happy, like yes he was happy a lot of other moments, but like he had a daughter and everything, so I'm like why? And really like the funeral scene, like I was like, is this really a Marvel movie? Like I didn't feel like it was a Marvel movie. I feel it was really freaking wrong, okay? Like you know when you're like mourning something, you have like phase of it. I don't know which how many, but I know like I'm on the second one because the second one is like anger, and I'm freaking anger. Like yesterday was like the peak of it. Like I wanted to punch things, just to scream and just to think about it. Like how can I now watch old like all of these movies that I have poster that I love, like I haven't been a fan, active in this fandom for a long time. Like maybe like many people, other person that I saw on Twitter, like after Infinity War. But like I remember when I was younger, like when I was young, watching with it was a thing with my it's a thing with my dad. Like we watched like super hero movie and everything, and like I wasn't like a fandom like I in everything like active in the active fandom, but like I enjoyed this movie so much. I remember one time I was playing like Sims, and I was like watching Iron Man 1, like because yes it's a fictional character, but Tony Stark is my favorite character in all the MCU. Is probably one of my favorite, like in all the character that I love in life. Like I can't really wait to have a pop of him, but maybe buying a pop would be so freaking painful because every time I think about him, I'm crying. My parents are like, Florence, you need to stop to cry, but like you can't understand. My parents can understand nothing. Like my friends can understand nothing. This is why I love because to them I can't talk about it, but yes. And now I'm going to talk about all the Steve thing because like if you're on Twitter, you know that it's like there are like two clans, okay? Like the not my Steve and that's my Steve and everything. Like I wasn't happy with it, and it's not because I ship Steve with Bucky, okay? I don't think this is shipping them. It's just like first of all, like the part with um like I understand like you just wanted to be happy, but I have like many points about it. But one of the points like I have like Tony Stark Iron Man was the most the best hero, like Earth biggest hero. Oh, what is the code? I think he like Earth biggest or best defender, but like now he's dead. Like yes, Thanos is dead and everything, but like there are so many other like mean people in the world and the universe. Like yes, we have all of these other superheroes, but the world needs need you, Steve. Like, and I still don't understand because yes, like when you go back to Peggy, it create like an alternative like timeline and everything. So what? So what happened with like or Steve, like when he went back, he didn't went back under the quantum, whatever how to pronounce it, like platform. It was just on a bench. I was like, what? He's old, but like, is it like the other one, or Steve? Like, what just happened? Like, I need answer, okay? Because I just don't understand. Like, do we still have Steve and everything is just so confused. I'm just so confused, okay? So I'm like, what and everything. So the world still need a Steve, like or Erwin, like, and also like Morgan still need her uncle Steve. Oh gosh, stop crying. I told you that I was a mess and I'm like keeping my tears so bad in my eyes and everything, but yes. And also like I don't understand how can the Russo brothers who I'm practically 100% sure like direct Winter Soldier like and like did they watch one like Civil War and Winter Soldier, like all of Steve just wanted to find his best friend, just wanted Bucky to be alive and being with him because it was his best friend. But why leave him for something that you like? Yes, Becky is the love of his life, but like, why did he kiss her great great niece? I know he didn't knew, but did also they watch Age of Ultron when he say like something like I used to want a family and a home and everything like kids and everything, but that meant like die in the ice and the new one. So like the new Steve and like okay, so and also to people like it didn't change. So uh, in this time in universe, like Peggy still have her husband and her kids and everything, but I'm like, this is so confused. Like, okay, so I'm doing the editing for this video, and it's about what I just said about Steve and everything. Like we are learning, I think, for the writers and the Russo brothers, it don't really change all of my what I think about it. It make me think about it, like really like think and about every details of like that part of the movie and everything. Like I just feel like my opinion and thing um change really like every time, but just like I'm happy for Steve that he realized like what he wanted to do and with his love of his life and everything. But the part about like everything, I'm still like I still think of I still think this, but also like one of the things that none that I didn't realize, but I was just like crying over this movie and everything is like it only like was gone for like more than 5 minutes or 5 seconds of I don't really remember, but for a couple of like minutes or seconds and everything. So yeah, so he didn't really abandon Bucky for a long time, but at the same time he come back freaking old, so he's probably going to die soon. So everything's so hard, and also like just to say again, like he didn't like erase uh, Peggy life and everything, but I just think that like it looks like the only thing Peggy is for the writers and the producer and the director and everything is like for a love aspect, a love I forgot, I don't remember the word, but you know, like for Steve, that she's only there for like loving Steve, but she's so much more than that. She's like a badass queen and everything, like in this in like agent character. But yeah, so that I still think of this. And also like, is the problem is not Steve, okay? Like for when they say it's not my Steve, like it's nothing about Chris and the character of Steve is more about how they write this and everything. Like everything in general at the end of this movie felt so wrong to me. Like I know that I need, oh gosh, stop crying, okay? This is like gosh. But oh gosh, like stop moving. He's gonna make to stop doing weird sound, okay? But it's just like for me, it's just freaking wrong, okay? And Tony, yes, it was his choice and everything, but I still wanted him to live and everything. So gosh, and also about everything like all in the theater we love about like all the tour thing. I love, but like people probably love of the situation of it is depression and that's not cool, but me when I love it wasn't like because I have a big story with depression and like I'm still in a depression. I'm still so depressed and in depression been like all my life is like mental health issue and everything. So I know that when you have like these panic attack and stuff like that, like sometimes you need to laugh about it. Like sometimes because I'm such a mess all the time, like I cry for everything and like 2 hours later I'm just crying for my freaking life. And that's what happened when Endgame. Like at the beginning I was like, why Tony, why? And after that I'm like, oh, I want to die, my life is shit, you know. And but sometimes you need to laugh about it. And like, oh, because if you don't, like I don't find a pen, I'm going to cry because I needed this pen for like doing homework or something like that. But sometimes you just need to laugh at the situation because you're going to be crazy, like not crazy like mental health, but like you're going to be crazy if you don't like you take all what's happened to you seriously. So that was funny because I relate to that. But if you laugh because of a man is like in a depression, is like mental health issue, that's not funny. But in peace with myself laughing at this. And also like, come on, like the director, I feel like they don't understand the character. Like Russell Brother, like I don't like you, okay? And like everything, like like Loki, like why can't just have an interaction between the two of them? Like he cry his life, he's so depressed because of his brother, and when he pass, he don't see eye to his brother. Like what the heck? Like everything. So that movie, like I'm going to be serious. I'm not happy with this movie. I it don't like I waited like 10 years for this, and I'm not happy with it. Like, but this is my opinion. If you're happy with it, like I'm happy for you. But for me, I'm not, and everything. Okay, so again, I'm still doing the editing. Um, the thing is that I feel that this video is more like is yes, it's a review, but it's also like more like a first impression because I only like saw the movie one time. One time. I don't know when I'm going to watch it again because I'm still really mad. But I'm thinking about it like constantly and just like thinking and really like asking myself question. I have my opinion is always like changing a little bit. So I think that later when I'm going to be like more in peace with the end and with Tony and everything, I will learn to love this movie, like to enjoy this movie, like because like just the scene and like the lines and everything, just the movie in general. So I think I will learn to love it and enjoy it, but right now I don't know how. But I think that in a couple of times I will. So this is more like a first impression. That's just my opinion for the rest of my life. Like, but yes. But like I wish I could like talk about it for hours and hours and hours, but I'm not going to because uh, people don't watch hours and hours and hours of people just crying. If you do, great. But yes, so I probably don't say everything that I wanted to say, but if I talk just a little bit more about it, I'm going to cry more because after I finish this video, I'm going to cry in my bed like a lot. Like a lot, okay? So, yes. Gosh, I hate life. Okay, so yeah, so that was my review of it. Like, I if I can just watch like the middle of it, and also if I can have like a special, like a Christmas special of like a little bit like in Age of Ultron, like have a little party and around the 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 couch, like laughing and everything. Like I want this. So yeah, so I will stop right here, and I'm going to say to you like if you enjoy my review of Avengers Endgame, please put a thumbs up, and also if you want, subscribe for more. And I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao.